So to close out this segment before you see some scenes from today's build and from the volunteer efforts that a friend of mine who joined me, Garrett Sisson, did out in Syracuse with Andrew in a tiny home for good, I just want to say that it's not about us. It's not about that at all. What it is about is truly making an impact and leaving other people's lives better than we found it. God calls us each to different fields. He calls us each to different opportunities, but you got to always stay ready for that call. And when you hear him, when you can feel him tugging you in a certain way, I encourage you not to be afraid, to take that leap of faith, to trust that he's going to lead you to these great opportunities and mission experiences where you're going to be able to grow and stretch yourself, and you're going to impact other people. That's what it's about. It's about loving. It's about giving. It's about doing what you can with what you have and to brighten the lives of other people, to spread hope, to spread the good news, and to be the best that you could be, to be the best version of yourself, and to make sure that other people understand that they are valued and appreciated. Because we're human and because we desire and have this great need for connectivity and for relationship, it starts with that. It starts with going out of our comfort zone. It starts with taking a first step, whatever case might be, how little or small that might be in the beginning, and then that can grow in time if that's what we're called to do. Never downplay the type of effort and the type of difference that you can make in your own way. There are a lot of people out there that need you. There are a lot of people out there that are counting on you, and you can be that person that can make a difference in someone else's life. A lot of times it doesn't take really any hard work at all. It doesn't take that much money or that much effort. It just takes a little bit of showing up. And as time grows, as your heart for service grows, you'll be more inclined to do so on a more regular basis, and you'll see that this is bringing great joy to your life and joy to other people's lives. That you'll be able to truly be building up the kingdom of God one day, one person at a time. And you're going to make an impact on this world. At the end of the day, when your life is over, you're going to probably, what my hope is that you have a chance to kind of reflect on things as you're getting older in age. We're blessed to reach that point, and you'll be able to think about all the things that truly mattered. And it's not going to be the material possessions that you had. It's certainly not going to be those things that you purchased or bought. It's going to be the experiences and the ways that you were able to reach and impact and love other people. And when we're able to do that, when charity begins at home, in our own families, in our own towns, and then we're able to go to the surrounding areas and then to outreach and to branch off and to meet new people and to do new things to make the world a better place, that's going to make this next generation that much more better. And that's what I want you to take away today. I want you to think about how God is calling you and where you are called in this mission of life. And it might be through building. It might be through doing something else and volunteering in a different way. But a lot of times, again, it doesn't take any money at all. It just takes some of our time. Each of us has the same amount of time in a day. And I understand we all have busy schedules. We have things that we have to do. But what I will tell you is at the end of the day, at the end of the week, when you gave a little bit, you're not going to regret it. You're going to just truly think back and be like, wow, that was the highlight of my day, the highlight of my week, or my month for that matter. And when you feel that and you understand that positive energy and those beautiful experiences, the people, the conversations that you had, the ability to change someone's outlook and perspective because you showed up in their life, that's what it's about. When we show up, then God can do the rest. He'll fill in any gaps there might be. I'm not the most talented builder there is, that's for sure, but I know that by showing up, we can not only help other people, but we can impact them in our own way by bringing that lifeblood, that energy, and that positive force and those vibes to other people, and especially by living out our faith. We have so many opportunities every day to live out our faith, and it doesn't really take words at all. And the reason why I'm explaining this is because you can do it in your own particular way, and you can do it in a way that speaks volumes to other people. You certainly don't have to sit out there on a street corner and to be preaching or to do anything that is too profound, but by doing simple things with great love, as Mother Teresa once mentioned, that is the way that we can make an impact, the little way of Mother Teresa of Therese. And that's just the little flower in the little way, a way to bring hope to other people and to experience new things, to go where God is calling you. And when you do that, when you trust, when you take that leap of faith, it will be a time and experience where you grow, where your faith expands, and you'll be changed by it. Not only will you change the lives of other people, but you'll be changed by it as well. And by changing yourself from the inside out, when God does so, and it has a transformation on your heart, it will leave you different and you'll never be the same. What happens then is that you look and seek for new opportunities, or He calls you in different ways. And you're more receptive and ready to meet that call when it happens. And the beautiful thing about that is, as you look back on your life, you can say, well, I look back at the last year and I could see the things and ways that God has called me, and the opportunities and the people He's connected me with, and all these little tiny holy moments He's called me to. And hopefully I've been able to say yes to a lot of them. And for those that I might have said no to, I could reflect on it so I could be better the next time. So it's truly about trying to give and to understand that in giving, we do receive, but the most important and beautiful thing is that we're building on this firm foundation of faith. On our own foundation, but on the faith of other people, and building on their foundation as well. Because when you build that, when you give people that gift, when we are able to have them receive love and that love of Christ, that will continue to burn in their heart, and they'll be changed forever. And we're not just talking about here on this earth, we're talking about in the world to come as well. And that's what it's about. It's about building up the kingdom of God. So today, think about how you can get involved. Think about considering to donate and to help sponsor a tiny home for good, because Andrew and his efforts are truly making the world a better and brighter place. And if you're involved in another nonprofit or another organization, continue to up your willingness to heed that call and to see where God is leading you next, how you can serve Him and serve His people to make this world the best place it could possibly be. Certainly we're in this turbulent time right now. There's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of uncertainty. There's so many things that we can say or point a finger at, but let's take the initiative and say, what can we do? What can we do today with the time that we have, with the treasure, with the talent, with the opportunities that presented themselves, and then what can we chase down to be able to make this place and this planet a little bit better, a little bit brighter in our own way? You have hope within you. You have love inside of you. It's about sharing that love with others. It's about giving the best that you can, and to be the best that you could possibly be, the best version of yourself. Run your own race. Understand that this call is something that we all have. Some of us suppress it though, and others are more willing and able to receive it. But understand, by doing something a little bit different, by getting out of that comfort zone, by giving a little bit more, you're going to just bring great joy into your own life and into the life of others. And that's why at EF3 Life, when I founded it, I thought about a very important Bible verse to me that really encapsulates it all. And that's from John 10:10. I came so that they might have life and have it to the full. And that's what it's about. It's about having a full and abundant life, not just for us, but for other people as well. To be able to give and to be able to share that with others in whatever capacity it might be. And it might be through volunteerism, as we're doing today, but it might be through a different way. It might just be through spending time with somebody who is lonely. It might be showing up at your grandmother's house when you haven't visited her in a long time, or calling that friend that you've touched base with, or writing a letter to somebody or a card to somebody who lost a loved one. There's so many ways that we could give. There's so many ways that we can brighten people's lives. There's so many ways that we can do the good news and live it out every single day, and to allow our faith to speak volumes to other people. Not to boast, not to brag, not to say, oh, look at me and what I'm doing, but to make it a better and brighter place, because this world certainly needs that. There's too much darkness around. There's too much depression. There's so many things that are going on, and we can control certain things, but there's a lot of stuff that we can't control. So when we have this ability, when we have this time we've been blessed with, when we have these opportunities and we look to seek them out and chase them down, then we can build upon that firm foundation. And understand this, that God, He loves you. No matter what you've been through, no matter how many times that maybe you have fallen, or how many things have gone wrong in your life, or how many ways that you feel like you've been out of touch with Him, or maybe your relationship was great. No matter where it is, He's ready to welcome you with open arms. And if I think about Jesus, and I think about how much love and compassion He had for His people during that time, and for you still to this day, He loves you beyond all measure. There's nothing that you could ever do or say that'll ever make God not love you or to love you any less. What he wants is for you to have that full heart. He wants you to have that life and to have it to the full, more abundantly, as John 10:10 says. And another verse that I really love that truly encapsulates it all as well is that when we have this in our hearts, because when God gives us this grace, when he has outpoured such amazing measure and blessing into our life, and we have this gratitude and we have this peace in our heart, then no one can take it away. And by having that love in your heart, by having that peace, by having that joy, then it's something that lasts. Even during the trials and tribulations, even during the difficulties, the challenges, the mountain and valley moments, there are going to be times when we're pressed down, and there's going to be times we're lifted up high, but it's about trying to lift other people up as well, because then we build on that firm foundation. And I think about it because it's so important. It's so important to take time to just share with you how the love of God is radiating from great people like Andrew Lunetta, like Garrett Sisson, like so many people out there who we know in our own community, our own friend groups who are doing positive things. Let's cling on to them. Let's build each other up. Let's work one person at a time. Let's build the kingdom by having these positive and solid relationships, by getting to know people, by having a listening heart, by opening up our mind, by being able to expand our horizons and to do things that maybe we never thought that we would do. Because in doing so, we will have that joy. I have come so that they might have life and have it to the full. And later on, Jesus talks about having that peace and joy in